So big homie CC gave his opinion on Kanye and he. All right, bro. I'm trying to get to it.
Later, bro.
That's crazy.
You don't get to that billionaire status if you ain't on point, man.
Well, Kanye.
He was on point.
He was.
He feel like he fighting evil right now.
Yeah. He's fighting something.
I'm fighting something. You going against the Matrix.
What you mean by he fighting something, bro? Like, oh, he crazy. Bro, Kanye West is not crazy, bro. Kanye West is not crazy. And you gonna see throughout this interview, every time they talk about some real shit, real life shit starts being on some like laugh it off. Like they one of them that'll laugh it off. Like you speaking the truth and they like, ha, 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 ha. Like lock in, bro. That's one thing I don't like when people do. When you laugh at something that's not supposed to be laughed about.
When he comes out with that, can you give us a little bit of...
See, the thing with that is this, right?
Who cares,
the swastika throughout history was not used as a term of hate. You know, it was always a religious, supernatural symbol. It never became evil until the German guy, the Fuhrer, got his hands on it. Once he got the Fuhrer is Hitler's other name. So once he got his hands on it, that's when it became that ideology of hate and became anti-Semitic. The problem Kanye is having is he felt like he would call himself Michelangelo. You know, he told me he sees the world as art. He says the world is his muse. He sees the world in colors. So a lot of the things that he does is symbolic in nature. Like when you see him walking around with the Bianca Sensori lady and she's naked,
for a reason.
You know why he's doing that? Because during slavery times, white slave owners would walk around with the voluptuous built ladies naked like that everywhere as a sign of power. So he's doing that as a middle finger to them. He does a lot of things symbolically. Look, I know a lot of people, man, and
if a man really hated ads, here's what he would.
Big homie CC explaining why you ain't going. Big homie CC explaining why you ain't going so. Damn, bro, it's 6 o'clock already.
One of them, so you know,
6 in the morning.
He feels like he should have a lot more power and control with the money he's made and all the designs he's created, and he feels like a certain group of people is holding him back from doing that, from getting more powerful. So he feel like he's fighting evil.
Does he really deserve more power though? Has he actually acted as responsible as he should with the power that he already has?
Well, you know, when you hear a guy say he's not bipolar, he's a superhero, that can make you question certain stuff. Like, all right, man. When you start seeing guys compare themselves to like certain people, and whenever I see an artist go to the Christian route, they always feel like they got problems with the Jewish community.
Right.
Because those people, if one Jewish person is going to spend $1 million, 10 Jewish people are going to get paid throughout that process. And they don't play about that. That's their culture. And he feels like that's stopping him from being a larger champion of industry.
It was crazy. When you mentioned Kanye, I want a quick side note. Do you know much about AB, Antonio Brown?
Yep.
I watched an interview last night. It was a young videographer talking about how he was hired to do a commercial for Donda Sports. And he said...
And they finessed him, huh?
You know, he shot the commercial for AB and he never paid him his money.
Right.
He was like, he was trying to chase Antonio down for his bread. He said he ended up at the hotel with him. It was him, Kanye, and AB. He was in his room. He said he bust in the AB room and he was just coked out staring at the floor. And he's like, bro. And then he said they left us at a restaurant with a tab of $24,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
that's
shit
that
like
shit.
that.
That's that shit.
Is
that's
why
that
I came to the internet in the first place.
Shit. That's that goofy internet shit.
You would go somewhere with some famous dudes,
celebrities,
and they were like, "Killer man, cover this right here, and we'll pay you." I'm looking like, Okay.
And that's why I was. Have you ever been in a situation where a famous person tried to play you or finesse you?
Yes, that's why I came to the internet, because I say once niggas see that I'm doing interviews, everybody who owed me money is gonna pay. But once my last 2 NDAs expired, I went to Cam Capone and I showed him all of my receipts. He was like, damn. He called me, look, can we do this tomorrow? He flew me out, rushed me out there. As soon as it dropped, I get a FedEx next day air of a check. I get that to my mama. She's like, son, you feel me? Because, bro, they play crazy games like that.
Crazy games.
I'll never forget. We at this restaurant called Mastro's.
Mastro's. I'm in the Mastro's.
This one motherfucker order a bottle of wine that's like 18 grand by itself. One sip is nasty. I'm like, what is this?
Hell no.
I'm like, hold on, man. I'm not putting on for this bottle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh man. So look, he give me a watch. He said, hold this watch, man. Yo, I left my card and all of this type of shit.
Watch,
I'm like, man, all right. So I started taking pictures of the watch. Shout out my jeweler Neil. I'm sitting to Neil like, man,
this bitch right?
Make sure this watch check out for what it is.
Right.
The watch checked out. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. You feel me? I swipe my card. You feel me? The rest of the tab ended up being like 32 grand, something like that. So, you know, I'm not making them type of
30
purchases like that. So as soon as I swipe for it, decline,
right.
They call my phone. American Express called the phone. I gotta send pictures of IDs and all kind of shit. So the shit went through and everything was smooth. I started hitting food up to get my count. You know what the man gonna tell me?
What'd he say?
He say I should be thankful that he allowed me to be in security. So a lot more things got taken from outside of the watch, you know what I'm saying? And like once those things was retrieved from him, we was able to, some people in his family ended up sending Dugas some money as well on the
he thought he could play with
Zelle. And then we was able to rectify that situation, but that happened all the time, bro. All the time. All the time.
These rappers,
now,
man.
again, I don't want to put, to go back to Kanye, I don't want to put him on the spot, but I got to put him on the spot because Iggy Azalea went at him saying, I'm going to let it out that I believe, I don't say he tried to holler at her, but he was asking her dude at the time, this is years ago, but like, hey, how is he in bed and stuff?
Talking about Cardi?
Someone asking how the next man is that zest? Is that zestivities? Is that zest monster activity?
See, what we experiencing right now is a zest apocalypse. And we gotta all be very careful because I just seen a video where 5 black men went to jail for having a twerkathon at the traffic light and stopping traffic.
See, I was gonna start blocking folks, but when I realized most of them follow me, I be like, that ain't bad. But when somebody be talking and they don't follow me, I be like, block. Anyway, though, yeah, but he ain't lying though about the zest apocalypse, bro. Like the testosterone and the masculinity in men. It's not even about men just doing crazy shit like that, like twerking in the middle of the street and shit like that. But it's like a lot of men are just like they don't have no willpower no more. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got no oof. Like niggas ain't grinding, bro. Like it's folks out here grinding, but like within the people that you know, like think about 100 people that you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That's dudes. How many of them is locking in and on the same shit you on? Because if you're on my page, you get into it. You grinding, bro. Well, probably not on my live page. I probably attract a lot of like different type of people on my live page and stuff like that. But on my, if you been tapped in me over here, we on a certain frequency. We training our mind, body, and soul every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're like, how you gonna say that you smoking herb and shit like that? Now, that's just a little vice that I got, you know what I'm saying? But it's within moderation. We still out here training mind, body, and soul, protecting our life force energy, putting in the work, financially, mentally, spiritually. We get into it. So that's the key goal in life. You feel me? And being able to live and execute the ideas you always wanted to do. And if something is stopping you from that, you're not a man, bro. You ain't a man.
Like this is the zestiest era in history. And you know, once you get like your doctorate in zestology, you can see when a zest monster immediately walk in the room. So you know that's why like I feel like we gotta. Don't you know how like the vampires used to die from a stake?
Yeah.
We gotta start having like a spray or something. You
Yeah,
feel
damn,
me? Like
man, get off.
I'm gonna invent a zest monster spray.
Come on, man.
So as soon as they walk in, you just spray them and they fall out. We need that.
I guess it's called Gen Z for a reason.
I got a question though. Why did you tell Charleston White that I took a bullet for Orlando Brown? Why would you say that, man?
So let's play it like this because
That's insane.
you took a bullet for. Have you ever took a bullet for somebody?
Yes.
Have you been?
I sent you the footage.
Yeah, I seen the footage. Have you been in the vicinity of Orlando Brown?
Yes.
Did you help him out of a situation or anything of that nature? And ever in life?
He was renting a room from somebody. He said Michael Jackson was gonna pay his rent. His
Oh my God.
royalty checks wasn't coming. So they called me to
That
drag
nigga
him out
said
the crib.
Michael Jackson is gonna pay my
That's
rent.
where I seen him at.
Ah, that nigga funny.
So we
as
got
hell.
outside the spot. He started freestyling to me
my
for like an
fucking
hour.
God, bro. That
He
nigga
told
is
him. He told me
fried.
Michael Jackson told him he was the best rapper alive,
That should have made me so mad, bro.
and he started getting kind of agitated because they was waiting for him to bring his stuff out the crib. He couldn't go back in, and you know he'll fight you. So once I seen he was trying to have a little tussle, you know, phone them and roughed him up a little bit. But you know, don't nobody want to hurt Orlando, bro. You don't want to hurt a fool, but he'll get wild with you though. As soon as he see me in the gas, demon! I'm like, dude, bro, I hate this.
I got that story misconstrued. When you showed me that, we talked about that Orlando Brown within the same conversation. So somehow
okay.
I put that two together that was the same incident. And I told Charleston White, which I got to apologize because that was totally wrong. And I believe that I would hate for someone to come to you, whether hearing it through the world, saying, aren't you the one who took a bullet for Orlando Brown?
That's crazy word. You gotta be the goofiest man alive. You stupid man with the stupid plan.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I apologize, Charleston. If you hearing, I'm gonna send it to him.
Okay.
I got that wrong, Charleston. Don't go spreading that word when you hear about Big Homie because he didn't want to meet you. He said he heard about you
Okay.
and he wanted to meet you. So
Man, don't he stay out here?
yeah, he's Dallas Fort Worth. So
Man,
he
set that up for me, man, because we got to get Maverick up here in a second. But
oh yes, no, we
I want to ask one more question.